Today I wanted to give you a really quick overview of how to get started animating in Unreal Engine. So let me just dive right in. First of all, you need a level. So you go up to File, New Level. You can just choose Basic, and there you have it, your new level. Now, why do you need a level? This is to keep your animation workspace separate from any other levels you can make in your game. So, you know, your main menu, your open world, whatever. It's nice to just have a level specifically for animation. Now, to animate, you need a level sequence. There are a few different ways to create your level sequence in your level. You can go up to File, Add Level Sequence. I actually prefer to add it via the content browser in a workspace folder I create. So then I go to cinematics, and you can do level cinematic. I'll just call this test. And what is a level sequence? It's essentially your Maya binary file. That's really what it is. And how do I reference my rig? That's the next step, right? Well, I can't reference in my rig unless I add it to my level. And it's super easy to add it to your level. You can just drag and drop it into the viewport. So I will grab the control rig from the template, and you'll see it got added in my track here. Now, let me just briefly go over the interface. So you have your tools up here. This is essentially Studio Library. You can create your poses, reuse them. You can also create selection sets. You can mirror them, all that type of stuff. And yeah, there is the Tweens tool with a bunch of different graph editor tools. Go ahead and check out my video if you want more information on that. There's art tracking, a bunch of different stuff. And you have your Anim outliner here, which has all the controls, so you can use to select your control from here as well. And Unreal actually does have a default body picker, but you have to add a metahuman to your project in order to access it. I have a video on that. So that's kind of your main workflow here. This is like working in Maya. This is your Maya binary file. Now, how do you export an FBX from it? The next step is to go to your control rig in the sequencer tab. If you right click it, you'll see this create linked animation sequence, and then there's bake animation sequence. Now, linked theoretically should update the animation if you make an update here in the level sequence. That hasn't always worked for me. It's been hit or miss. So I often just bake, and I will always bake if I am using one level sequence to animate many different assets. So like an attack combo or like jumping, you know, things like that. I often use bake. So let me just quickly go through the process. All right, so I'm going to bake it out. I will select my folder here, and I'll just call it test. Export it, all of that's fine. And then if I go to my content browser, you'll see that my wonderful arm animation is there. So yeah, that's basically all you need to get started. I hope that's helpful for you, and as always, happy animating.